is me, Tashira, here with a video that is all about my holiday decor for my home. I shared some stuff on Instagram around the fall holiday family gathering, aka Thanksgiving, but I don't call it that. And you all seemed really interested in how I kind of created a vibe in the whole house. So I decided that I was going to be a better content creator and actually take you along for the ride for how I decorate for this holiday season, Christmas and New Year. With that said, if you were down for some style, self-care inspiration with a social justice twist, make sure you like this video. As a matter of fact, just go ahead and like it now, girl, because I know you're gonna love it. And subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment because that helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get started. I have my assistant here, also known as Pooks. I have my handy dandy notebook, and I just wanted to share with y'all kind of how this whole journey started and some tips for you if you were interested in just figuring out how to design a holiday aesthetic that looks like you. For me, I don't like the color red. Red and green don't match. And anything that kind of feels traditional around the holiday season, I'm pretty much not here for. I know that's not a surprise because it applies to almost everything in my life. And so I wanted to create a vibe and a mood for the holiday season that already matched the decor that we have in our home. Let me take you back to when I first started along this journey. I was at work, took a break, and decided to hop over to some shops to see what I could find. Just preview, child, it was a fail. I am in front of Home Goods and Marshalls. I'm going to run into both places, see what I can find. I don't quite have a theme yet. Usually I do, but I'm kind of stuck, to be honest with you, for Christmas because I don't like anything that is traditional. I don't like most of the colors. I don't like most of the glittery shit, and I don't like it. So I have to figure out how to make this modern and give it like my vibe, my feel, unraised vibe, unraised feel. Come along with us. Okay, I feel like you can never go wrong with like these types of gold trees. So I might pick up one of these. The whole set is $10. I'm probably just gonna grab stuff and then kind of see how it comes together. And then over here, as soon as I walked in, I saw some black and white pieces. And I'm like, that could be a look as well. You got your black Santa Claus back here. He's kind of giving me an earthy vibe. Hey, boo. Give me a little earthy vibe, you know what I'm saying? A little twine. This is low-key cute. I mean, it's a little too kitschy for me, but the idea of it is cute. I don't know what this bedazzled situation is. That's a no-go for me. All of this looks a little holly hobby. I'm not gonna do that. But this, while it's not traditionally Christmas, my whole thing is to do decor that is non-traditional. So this could actually be a really cute piece to put someplace. I'm getting distracted, but is this not amazing? Oh my gosh, this is so good. So unfortunately, kind of a bust. It's also probably because I'm hungry and I have to use the bathroom. So I just wasn't in the mood to like go through a whole bunch of stuff. But I've heard that Michael's is actually a better place to go for decor. I also probably just need to unpack the pieces that I have to see what I'm missing and what I can move around in the house to have a better idea of what direction I'm headed. So stay tuned. That is the next part of the video. I just had an epiphany. So the same way I decorated for Thanksgiving using non-Thanksgiving things to make it look like my aesthetic, I feel like I have to do that for Christmas. So I just need to find like greens and earthy things that I love. And then I'll put like lights and things around it. Like for example, the Thanksgiving gathering table. I don't want to say Thanksgiving, the holiday gathering table. I I'm just also about to bust my ass, just in case you were wondering, but I tried to play it off. The holiday gathering table, the florist spray painted some pumpkins gold, and so that's what kind of really gave it a like fall festive feel. So I just got to do that same thing for Christmas, and I think that's how I'm gonna make it my vibe, because if I'm looking for things that are like pre-made, I'm never going to find something that I like. You heard it here first. So that brings me to my first tip that I shared with y'all, and I just had this epiphany, and it is to design in a way that matches you and your aesthetic. So as you can see, the dining room, every color that we selected actually matches that bright teal that's in the dining room, as well as my good sister Doja, who is hanging on the wall. Okay, even here in the living room, my Christmas tree actually just has some pom-poms on it and like a natural colored tree skirt. And so the goal is to purchase pieces or to include pieces that match your decor, and that otherwise, even if it wasn't the holiday season, those colors and that aesthetic would fit regardless. So once I had this epiphany, I decided to kind of elevate my aesthetic a little bit. And for me, that means I had to leave the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx behind. No shade, no tea. I've definitely gotten things from there before. But this was my first Christmas really being intentional about shopping. And so I wanted to make sure that the things that I selected were going to last a long time and weren't going to feel very kitschy. So that's when I decided to go to one of my favorite places of all time, CB2. Check it out. Hey, welcome to day 2 of the holiday decor vlog video inspiration. I don't know, whatever I call this. You clicked on it, you tell me. I came up with nothing at Home Goods and Marshalls the other day, and so I have decided that I am going to spend today going to stores that are kind of a little bit more of my aesthetic. So I am planning to go to CB2, which I put an order in for and it was canceled, to see if they still have the pieces that I wanted. And then I'm gonna go to Crate and Barrel, and I am going to go to West Elm and bring y'all along to see what I can find. Also, the Christmas tree should be here by the end of the day. That's coming from Wayfair, so join along. I think I'm gonna get this table runner. Let me try to make it a little bit lighter. I think I'm gonna get this table runner. Okay, that's way too light. Go back. Nothing to do with Christmas, but I just love this setup. And I like the 2 little pom-poms down here. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna have a floral arrangement in the middle. And just table runners just look so much better. And I don't want to use the same one I used for Thanksgiving, so I think I'm gonna get this. I am so excited because they had my pieces at CB2 and I thought they had lost my order. So I am gonna drop these things off at the car. I actually might just go ahead and head to like a couple more places like Joe Malone and West Elm now. But I put so much time on my meter because I thought I was gonna have to like shop for what I wanted. But realistically, there isn't really a lot else in Georgetown, so, and I'm not buying clothes. I'm not buying clothes. So, I think I'm just gonna put these things in the car, and then I will head over to do a couple other errands. Sorry, I know it's loud. Hi, Pookie. Hi, Pookie. Hi. 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 All right, y'all. So I am back home many hours later, blame it on Decor, and I was able to pick up my order from CB2. Thank goodness they did have the order, they just had not called me to notify me. So I'm just gonna do a little quick unboxing with y'all. Some of this stuff I did not even know that I purchased. What is this? Why did I buy this? I don't like this. I'm gonna speed this up so we can get to what's inside each package, shall we? A close-up of the trees. All of these came from West Elm. Let me just make sure that it's focused. There we go. Close-up of the trees. All of these came from West Elm. This, no, I'm sorry, CB2. Why did I say West Elm? This one's a little bit taller. In the back, it's glass, but it was made to look like brass. So my goal was just to have those 3 just hang out there. I might stick some lights in there just so that it kind of feels a little bit more vibrant and comes alive. But this is the credenza as of now. In the corner is our tree. One of the trees. This is like the more decorative tree, not the real tree. I'm turning the light down so you can actually see what it looks like. I got this last year from Crate and Barrel. I joked and said it was like a Charlie Brown Christmas. Y'all remember that? She's a little sparse, but I feel like she's also a vibe if you back up and see the entire space together. Let me adjust the light one more time so y'all can actually see. There you go. And then let's get here. This is just a placeholder because I am working with Ursula of La Fleur DC again, my florist who just killed the entire game over the fall holiday. And so these are 2 trees that I got last year, I think from Home Goods. Let me just kind of get close so you can see. There we go, now it's focused. And I put them here so you can see the height with the little glass piece from CB2. And I had this hanging around the house. Let me just say, I'm a big fan of repurposing things that are around the house. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it is that giraffe that's back there on the bookshelf, if it's flowers, if it's objects. I believe in decorating with things that you already have because it gives your home a more interesting appeal. Now, this is the runner that I just got from CB2. I don't know how I love it. I mean, let's see what happens when the flowers come, when the centerpiece comes. But I do think it gave me the goal that I had, which was to warm up the dining room. This space is far from done, but I just wanted to show you where we are now and a bit more about my thought process. Next up, we're gonna put some florals in here, and we are also going to focus on the tree. My next tip is don't be afraid to go modern. Now, obviously in our lives, we have all seen the traditional vibe for whatever the holiday is, right? So spring and Easter, you got bunnies and pastel colored eggs. Thanksgiving, you got pumpkins and you got turkeys. Christmas, you got red and green and maybe some black and white plaid, right? It's like our whole lives, these are kind of the iconic American images that go along with these holidays. I decided, and CB2 definitely helped me with this, that it was time to go more modern. So I feel like you can still really evoke the sense of that holiday by adding more modern pieces. And so for me, that looks like going with an all gold Christmas tree decor. It looks like going with marble Christmas trees, right? It looks like going with a Christmas tree or our second tree that actually don't have no branches. It looks a little bit Charlie Brown, but you know, it works in the teal dining room. So go modern when in doubt, and I think it will automatically elevate your aesthetic. So we finally got kind of the vibe going in the house, but I realized I was missing flowers. And girl, I tried, as you saw, and the flowers just, whatever that branch situation was, it died, and it was so sad. So that's when I had to call in an expert. So I called in my girl Ursula of Fleurs DC, and I just want to show y'all what she created for us because it was absolutely magic. I also work with her for the fall holiday, so we knew that it was gonna be on 100, but this time it was on 1,000. Take a look. Oh my God, Ursula, this is just every time.
Well, I was gonna say, well, you know, you sent me the mood board with the berries. You wanted something not traditional, not red. Nailed that. Put a little tropical touch with this pin cushion protea. Then for the fashion that you are, these are called green trick dianthus, but they have black spots on them. They're actually known as leopard. That's what we call them, leopard.
Okay.
But they're very cool. They're a little texture. They're fuzzy. And then there's these very pretty freesia, which have like hot pink and orange in them. And this is a nod to holiday. This is ilex berry, which a lot of times you might see the red on the sticks. That's orange.
Okay.
Just to kind of give a little bit of that, this is called bush ivy. And right now, this time of the year, the bush ivy has these little tiny little bluish black berries coming in. What else? And then I have the mandarin oranges in there. Some of them I actually glued. Here, I'll take one out just to show you. I glued one. It looks like a lollipop.
So smart.
So just to add, but the other ones are actually on the branches and they are picked. And they are in there. And it's all in water.
Okay.
The other one was in like the biodegradable. This is water with chicken wire.
Okay.
Curled up on itself.
So for
care and handling is you can basically, I wouldn't pull the flowers out. You just either tip it over every couple of days, but pour about half a cup because it's a big, it can hold a lot of water.
So for folks who are interested in like getting into fresh floral arrangements, first of all, this is an art form. So folks who are interested in getting into it, how long do you think something like this will last?
I'd say, this is the thing, it should last, at least 5 to 7 days.
Beautiful.
However, with heat, humidity, flowers are fickle. The roses, only one is maybe a little bit, I tried to put in some that were tighter, like really super uber, like you can tell this one's a little open, this one is more tight, so
she'll open.
I would say, I know with the Thanksgiving one, I said I know who's gonna die first. So the most sensitive ones in the bunch are probably these guys. This is ranunculus. They might stay, sometimes they just will be good for like 7 days. They're tight as well, they will open and they got lots of ruffles, really pretty. Really, really pretty.
I am just...
And these will last. You could take these out in a week or two and put them in your bathroom. I mean, put them in a vase. And these guys will last forever. The green trick, the leopard, and they're fun to touch. You can touch them.
Okay, so let's put her over by a doja for now.
Put her by a doja, okay.
Love the idea that people can actually like say, this is what the event is, this is what it's for, and then you'll say, okay, let me customize something for you that is going to represent those themes. I think that's amazing.
She's long.
Woo, she's long. Beautiful. I
wanted it to drape over.
Oh my God, girl.
Yes.
She is a whole vibe.
Yes.
And some of this, baby, this smells so good. You can smell.
So you just basically lay it out. There's, I say, like a little bit of shed. This, you take the magnolia leaves. They're pretty coming and going. This is the front. It has a leathery texture. But on the back is like that brown, soft velvet, so you can just curve that around.
Because we had these for in the Thanksgiving piece too.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you need this to be longer on your side there? How much? See how much. Both sides are
both sides are even.
So what's in? Okay, well that's for you.
Okay.
Oh, tuck those in.
Girl,
pheasant feathers with a little bit of orange at the tip. However you want to play. I put 3.
Okay.
There's some with 2. There's some with 4. Again, you just do your thing and you tuck it to however you like.
But look, babe, get this. Look at how now everything is coming back over.
And And I knew your painting. I didn't pick purple, I picked orange because of this beauty. Because I knew you had the orange and I knew your walls had the teal. And that was a great complementary color contrast. And it could hold it. Can go a little bit of the orange with the teal. That's thank you. That's what I thought.
Fresh flowers just took the table up an entire notch. And if it doesn't have to be flowers, then maybe it's branches, right? Maybe it is cedar. Whatever it is. Oh, rosemary is another great thing. How would I have known that? So if you're not into flowers, then there are other elements that you can bring in that are really going to give you a nice, like, fresh and interesting vibe. I am so pleased with the way the entire dining room looks, both the console table and the dining room table. Even me, like, I'm looking at it from here and I'm like, is this my house? Is this really my house? Ursula completely outdid herself. Once again, I'm not surprised. And you'll notice, of course, back to my point about going modern or including things that are your style and your aesthetic, we did a lot of orange and pops of orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors. We included actual oranges. I got these little dried oranges from Amazon that I tucked inside the table wreath. Like, girl, I decided once again I was going non-traditional. I was going with things that I love. And then once I put in those modern elements of, like, the Christmas trees along the table, it still gave you a Christmas vibe. And then my view from where I'm sitting, or where you would be standing in the living room, means that you still get to see the Christmas tree in the corner. Like, it still has a Christmas vibe, even though Ursula helped me to completely update my vision with pops of color. The next tip is to go up. Now, I feel like this is a design tip regardless, right? It's just something great to keep in mind when you were decorating your home. I feel like our eye naturally, just because of our height, goes to higher spaces along the wall, but we keep our decor very flat. And so whether it's shelves or pictures on the wall, go up. And so I decided to do that in the living room by putting different types of wreaths along our gallery wall. I'm once again just very pleased with how this came together, because deep green and deep pink are two of my favorite color combinations. I mean, I'm wearing pink today, so I'm sure that's not a surprise. And so to see the wreaths pop out from the wall, it adds dimension, it adds texture. I love the fact that I chose 3 different types of wreaths in different sizes. I think in the future I'll probably go to, like, Goodwill or a thrift store and even get more frames, and with more frames I'll put the wreaths inside for the holiday season. It's a simple touch, but again, matches my design aesthetic. So go up when in doubt. My last tip for the holiday season and decorating is to determine what you want your tree to look like. Now, going back to what's traditional for the holiday season, most people have ornaments on their trees. Nothing wrong with it. But I've also noticed, like, this growing interest in trees that have things like dried fruit on them, or trees that have, like, fun branches stuck inside of them. I am all for that vibe, and for me, it was just a bunch of pom-poms. Like, I had other ideas of things that I wanted to put on it, including ornaments. I tried those things. They did not work out, child. So the pom-poms with the just green of the tree, I thought was so good. The other thing is, although my tree is artificial, I would definitely recommend spending just a little bit of more money, if you don't go with a real tree, to get a tree that looks realistic. Now, there are some Christmas trees out there, girl, that are like $1,000 and even more. I get it. I'm all for luxury things, but I was not ready to jump out there and pay that price point for a tree. So we got ours on sale Cyber Monday from Wayfair, 7.5 feet, fir Christmas tree. When I opened it up, I was like, this is what we needed in the space. And so I wanted to give the tree some love. It is pre-lit as well. So let the tree just kind of vibe out sometimes, right? You don't gotta put a million ornaments, ribbon, fake snow, all that. If you love it, go for it. If you don't, that is okay too. So keeping your tree minimal or finding a way to decorate it in your style aesthetic is definitely one of my big tips for the holidays. And that's it, y'all. Those are my tips for decorating with holiday decor that you will love. For me, it's a very bohemian kind of chic vibe. I hope this video has been interesting and helpful to you. If it has not been, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm trying my best here, okay? If you like interior decor videos, let me know down below, because I have always loved designing spaces, but it's not something that I've thought a lot about sharing with you all, but I'm happy to do so, all right? And in the meantime, make sure you are following me over at Politics and Fashion over on Instagram, and stop by my blog as well, where I will have more details about every single thing in our home for the holidays. Peace.